Good morning, Africa. This is another beautiful morning. Beautiful, beautiful morning. It's quiet, it's cool. You can hear the birds chirping in the background, and it's the best atmosphere. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for viewing me. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for everything. For following me, and it's great to have people subscribe to my channel. I am Naliaho, and you're viewing me from Khabukoya village in Africa. And today you're going to see how we plow our lands, our farms in the village, because it's during this time, planting time in the village. And it's very early in the morning. It's just about to reach 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. in the morning. And so I'm headed to the farm. And as you know, this is the planting season. Yesterday it rained, which was a Sunday. It rained, and people are starting to prepare their lands for planting. So today we're going to see how we plow our farms in the village. We don't use machinery here in the village in Africa. We use cows pulling yokes, and a plow that is being held by one person. Another person controls the animals as they plow. So let us go there. It's a cold morning. You see, I'm putting on my pullover, and things are going to be fine. Things are looking up. It's that time for planting. It has been very hot. The past 2 weeks, it has been very, very hot, and the nights were hot. You cannot cover your body. You just sleep like that. I don't know how many people, the way people sleep at night, but you just don't cover yourself at night. So I'm headed to the farm, and everything is going to be fine. It's going to be a fine day, a good day. You can see the sun is already coming out. So let us go to the farm. People here in Khabukoya village, it's a bit dark here because we have trees and it's very early in the morning. Yes. So here, this side we do plant mostly maize and beans. We have very bad lighting because it's very early in the morning. Very early in the morning. So finding it difficult to see me as I'm headed up very early in the morning. I know the lighting is a problem, but don't worry. In future we're gonna get good cameras that can adapt to the lighting, the changing light. So wow, this is very challenging. Yes, here I can see myself a bit. So here people in Africa, here in Khabukoya village, people plant very tough. I need a good camera. Just bear with me. For now I'm using my phone I'm using my phone until I get a good camera. Then we'll be having very good lighting. So as I was saying, here in Africa, Khabukoya village, we do plant mostly maize and beans. Maize and beans. These are the most planted and these are the most consumed here in Khabukoya village in Africa. Our plain food is basically maize, where it is taken to the posho mill. So it is called ugali. We plant maize and beans. Other things, we also plant sweet potatoes and cassava. So where we are is basically the western side of Kenya, where the western side of Kenya is the food basket. This is the food basket of Kenya. This is the food basket of Kenya. This is where all the foods that is consumed in Kenya comes from. Kenya is in the eastern part of Africa, and we are in Khabukoya village. So it's a long walk towards the farm. It's a long walk towards the farm, and it's a long walk towards the farm. I'm still not yet there, but we're almost there. As I told you, it's very early in the morning. I know most of you are sleeping, and maybe in Europe or America, wherever you are, you're about to have your dinner. And here in Africa, people are about to wake up and have breakfast. You see, here in Khabukoya, our lands are very fertile. The kind of soil we have is the loam soil. So we are very much blessed. Let me stand here and show you that people have started plowing. So see, the lands have not yet been plowed because people are waiting for the rains. See how beautiful the landscape is. The horizon is. That's how it is. Very green, lush green. It's good to have a farm in Western because they are very fertile. So let us head there. I know the terrain is a bit rough, but we are getting there. Ooh. You have to be careful. Ooh. On the other side, people have already plowed their lands. People have already plowed their lands. So maize and beans is what mostly people here plant. and that's what is mostly consumed in Africa. Khabukoya village. So we are at the farm. My guys have already started plowing. You can see how beautiful it is early in the morning. It's very beautiful. You can see those mountains you see very far away. Those mountains are in Uganda, our neighboring country. You can see how, so this is the farm. You can see how the guys are plowing here. So they've already started plowing. They will plow. Then the second phase will involve making ridges for planting, putting seeds, planting seeds. So this one is just to turn the soil up to dry a bit. And then the second time will involve making ridges. So this is how they are plowing. Hey. Yes. Goose. Nani anataka goose? Another project. We shall talk. So this is how the lands are prepared, and this is how we plow in Africa. Khabukoya village. This is how the plowing is done. This is how the plowing is done in the village. This is how we plow, so that people here plant maize and beans. Basically, maize and beans is planted on this shamba, and this is how the plowing is done in Africa, Khabukoya village. This is the African plow. how it's being, how things are done here in the village. This is the African plow. Here we don't use any machines. We don't use tractors to plow using cows. Have to keep up. It is not an easy task. It is a very tough job. One controls the cows and another one holds the plow down with energy so that it plows deeply. This is very good exercise. This is very good exercise. That's why in Africa people are physically fit, especially in the villages. They have what you call lean mass, very lean mass, because of this kind of work and working out. So for those in Europe, I would tell them to come visit us and plow, hold a plow when the car is pulling. You do it for 1 acre or half an acre and you'll be good to go. You'll have shed a lot of calories.
That's it. Get in, Cynthia. Take your arm. That's it. Sit up.
Cows, they're plowing. They've become beasts of burden.
You can. It's taken. Sit away. Get in. That's it. Sit. Get in. That's it. Sit. Get in. You can. You can. Sit up. Sit. Sit. Well. Sit. Come.
That's how we plow our lands here in Africa, Khabukoya village, and we basically plant maize and beans. That is what is mostly consumed by the population here. Maize and beans. They plant on this loam soil. It is very loam soil, very fertile, and they also plant on the pieces that and the parts that remain. People plant also sweet potatoes and cassava. Those are basically used for breakfast. So you can see why people here in Africa, Khabukoya village, are very healthy. We eat food that is grown organically, and this is the planting season, planting time, the long rains. It's usually between March and August. August is when people start harvesting. Then we have a second season of planting, that is for the short rains, that is beginning October to December, I think there. And during that time people don't plant a lot, but they plant more, yes, maize and beans, but also vegetables to consume. So here you can see also bananas. We plant bananas. Some people plant bananas for selling, and the banana is mostly consumed across also the border in Uganda. They consume a lot of banana. So that's how farming is. We are small-time farmers, by the way. We are basically small-time farmers, and we thank God for the fertile soils and being born in this region. This is the basket of Kenya. This is where all the foods come from. You can see also those mountains. Some are in Uganda, some in Mount Elgon. So I'm headed back in the house because these guys need breakfast. So going to see what the wife has prepared for them for breakfast. So that's how farming is done. That's how farming is done in Africa. Apart from maize and beans, people plant bananas. We have sugar cane, and we also have avocado trees. People have started venturing into business of planting avocados. They've started venturing into planting avocado trees, which is good for the ecosystem, for the environment. And what you hear, the world is talking about climate change, which is very important. We need to change how we live with nature, how we relate with nature. We need to urge people need to plant trees. People need to plant trees. Trees, they are the best, and they act as windbreakers, and also bring, here we believe, rain, and protect our houses. They protect our houses from being taken by the wind, stormy winds. Yes. Victor.
Yes.
Orie? Yeah.
Na hai mukaka wale.
Kakawale. Wamahukula.
Amahukula.
Mulai sana.
Evula hai pa.
Ya. Wahibo ubial. Kama kini?
Makini tu.
Sawa sawa. Ifo kuli.
Sana. Asione hola shukuli kwa saka khahusu yata.
Chawe. Mulai sana. That's my friend from the neighboring farm, and We were just exchanging pleasantries. So I was talking about climate change. Climate change. People need to plant trees, and also fruit trees, which can also help in the environment. With the environment, uh, protecting our environment, our ecosystem. This is what I believe leaders in the world should not come and speak in conferences. They should come down to the village if they want to do the real work. If they really want to talk about climate change, they should come down to the village and educate the villagers. Because when you educate people in the city, I don't think it doesn't make sense. They should come directly to the village and start talking about climate change. Other thing, when you talk about people in the cities, we don't have trees. The trees are here in the village. The lands where, because people have big tracts of lands in the villages, this is where I think people need to change. The leaders of climate change, those who are conducting the summits, they should come down to the village. I'm back in the compound now, trying to cool down after coming from the farm. So you've seen how we plow our lands here in Khabukoya village, which is in Africa. And I've shown you, this is a Naliaho, and usually I show you my daily routine life in the village, how I live in the village. And I've shown you how we plow using cow and ox plow, and how we till our lands. So that is the first process. The second process will involve making ridges, as in making lines, so that we can start. When the rains start falling, we go and start planting the beans, the seeds, maize seeds and bean seeds. Here we do mm, mix farming, as in maize and beans are planted at the same time, and of course they are harvested at different times, because beans take a bit shorter period and maize a longer period. It depends with the kind of seed that you have planted. There are seeds that go for 4 months, others for 3 months, others for 2.5 months. So that is how we till our land here in the village. It is not machinery. We use animals like the cow, and you see how beautiful the climate is. And I myself have managed to plant trees in my compound. And before I talked about climate change, I told people and conveners and leaders of climate change, they need to change their way when they come to Africa about, uh, you know, about how they they implement this thing, or they want this thing implemented. The best place to have these conventions is in the villages. They should talk to the villagers, educate them about climate change, about how you plant a tree and how it helps them with shade, with the cover, and how they act as windbreakers, and how they protect the ecosystem. This idea of just meeting in the cities, big cities, meeting in big hotels, giving the people who are going to, as in funding them, We don't know where those funds end. And I can tell you for sure, those funds, they don't trickle down to the villages where the trees need to be planted. We have a lot of land. People have lots of land to plant trees in the ecosystem. That's why the villages are the best place. In the city, people have, it's mostly skyscrapers that are there. It is a forest of cemented buildings. So those monies, they don't trickle down to the villages. They buy fuel guzzlers and they buy fuel. How does that help or boost the climate change in the world? That's my $1 million question. Uh, it's been a beautiful morning, and I'm just resting. We are. I am through with my exercise, so I'm headed back in the house for breakfast. And today I'm going to have some mostly fiber. I'm going to eat green grams for breakfast and some pancakes. That's what my wife has made for me today. Some green grams. I told you green grams have fiber, so I'm gonna keep it fiber today, and some strong tea. That's why we're headed after this exercise. So let me pick up my mat, put it on the stool, and go have my breakfast. Breakfast is a very important meal of the day. You cannot skip it. You can skip lunch, but you cannot skip breakfast, because that's how I eat. For lunch, I just take some tea or snack, but in the evening, I eat early dinner. So I'm back in the house. Uh, Back in the house, and oh, breakfast is ready. Breakfast is ready. This is what we're going to have for breakfast. These are African green grams. Unazitaje kwa Kiswahili? Ndengu. So these are ndengus. They are special kind of ndengus. As you can see them. And some pancakes. And then we're going to have strong tea for breakfast. So there we are. Strong tea. These are African green grams, the special variety. This one has a lot of fiber, contains a lot of fiber. And then we have the pancakes. They have proteins in them. I believe they have been cooked with some eggs. So there we are. It's a very healthy breakfast. So until evening time, that's when we're going to eat another square meal, another solid meal. So for today we have strong tea, we have the African green grams, and then we have the pancake. So it's being served. Yeah, it's being served. So here we go. It's breakfast time. Hello, hello. It's another beautiful Easter morning. It's people are enjoying their Easter holidays, and we're just waking up and imagine we don't know what to do. We were supposed to go somewhere today, but it only hit us later on that it is Easter. So I am Naliaho. Keep on watching, subscribing, commenting, and following me. This is Khabukoya village in Africa, and we've decided to walk around with my wife, go and also visit my younger brother, and at the same time take the cow to graze somewhere else. This cow has to graze somewhere else. That's where I'm heading. Yeah, this is Khabukoya village, and it's Easter holiday. Most people are in their houses. Children don't go to school on holiday. That is funny. Uh, so here we go. Let me close this gate. This gate. I'll just hang this one here. Just hang this one here. Mm-hmm. Missouri. Yes. This gate is difficult to close. I'm really struggling to close this gate. So I'm done with closing the gate. Now I'm headed to my brother's place, not far away from here, like 200, 300 meters from here. So that's where I'm headed. And he has many, he's good in poultry. He's kept many chickens, ducks, and what else? Yeah, he has many chickens and ducks. And he's a teacher by profession. So that's where I'm headed. Yeah. So we are going to see this is the main uh, homestead to our home. This is where my parents' house are. This is where my parents' house is, and this road separates my house with my parents' house, my late parents' house. Yeah, you can see we also some bush here. have some bush that needs to be cut down. See the main homestead, there it is. This is the road that headed to my brother's place. Asomla Musenge. Yeah, that's my aunt greeting me. You can see some other people on the farms planting. You see this place has already been dug, plowed. They want to plant some things also, some maize also here. Our farm is a bit stony or rocky. That's where we are headed. That is where my uncle lives. You can see people already on the farms plowing and planting. People already planting on the farms. So we're almost there. You can see how this place looks. The farms, they're very fertile and whatever you plant here grows well. See, people are planting already. People are planting already. Kind of planting all over. Oh dear. Yamai. Eh? Yamawine. Oh, those are just my neighbors. One of them seems to be already drunk. See where the cow, there is my wife has already brought the cow. These are my nieces and nephew. That is Didi and Tyrese there. You can see the cow is already here. It came to graze here. Umeka pale itajifunga bebushka. Afadhali hapo. Vile inakaa. People are already plowing the farms. That's my brother's house there. That's my brother's house. That's the toilet, bathroom. Keep on subscribing, commenting, and sharing. I am Naliaho.